all of this that I'm hearing for the last couple weeks on both sides, I'm not pointing out one or the other, on both sides are bids for connection. Needs acknowledgement. He needs affirmation. He needs to know that as the man of the home, he's being respected. He's being honored. Needs love. She needs affection. She needs attention. She needs engagement. She wants to know that the environment is safe and that it's secure and that it's a net that she can just fall back in and it's always going to catch her. Both bids for connection. Where do we start? Here's where we start. I'm going to tell you where we start. And this is going to be a tough conversation. Unfortunately, this is going to be a tough conversation for you both because you're in a mode of frustration. But where you start is to be specific. I heard say something earlier, and I know you think I glossed over it, but I didn't. Said that what she expected from in that scenario was that you would just pull her in close. But I promise you, I could bet money in the moment, didn't say that. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying that wasn't part of the conversation. And I'm saying that to make a point. The conversation that has to happen between the two of you now is, what do you need and expect from me? What do you need and expect from me? And I'm not talking about this whole umbrella all around the world stuff. I'm talking about specifically as it relates to connection. Let me give you an example. I've been married 21 years. I'm gonna give you an example that happened this morning. We're in the kitchen. My wife is doing some dishes. She's cleaning some dishes, right? I got up early this morning. If I go to bed early, I can't sleep the whole night for some reason. I don't know what is wrong with me, but anyway, that's another story. So I'm up early, and I kind of get handsy sometimes. So I'm kind of rubbing her back. She's asleep. I'm rubbing her back. I'm doing some other stuff, right? So can I be honest with you? In my mind, I was like, this is going to lead to something. But it didn't. And I didn't say anything. So whose fault is that? Mine. That's a different story. Later on, fast forward, we get up in the morning. She's in the kitchen. I'm doing some other stuff. And as I walk by her, she turns around and looks at me, like gives me this look. And I'm like, what's the problem? She was like, oh, I just, you were just, it was just nice this morning. You rubbing my back and da, 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 da. So immediately I was like, oh, she's asking for something. So I go over to her, I hug her from the back, put my arms around her. I was like, you like that this morning? And she was like, yeah. I said, you need more of that? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, you got to ask me. Been married 21 years. You still got to ask me. You can't assume, just like I shouldn't have assumed or not said anything about me wanting that to go further. So you guys got to have some specific conversations. Like, I need you to kiss me on my neck. I need you to rub my back. I want you to rub my feet when I come home. I need you to, whatever the connection look like to you specifically, y'all got to talk about those things. What does it look like for you? Like, man, listen, I need you to, every time I jump in the shower, I need you to jump in the shower, whatever it is. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. And then you got to make a decision as adults that you're going to consistently do those things. And as the experiences grow, the intimacy level will grow. As the intimacy level grows, the bond grows. As the bond grows, you become a team that is able to handle tough things because the bond is solid enough to carry the weight of the tough things. Right now, you trying to put tough things on nothing. You just dropping tough things, and then you're wondering why is the bottom falling out. There is nothing there. We got to build a connection that creates a bond that sustains whatever conflicts happen. Matter of fact, the bond will help to mitigate the amount of conflicts that happen because you'll head them off. What happened with us this morning could have turned into an argument. But because we have a bond, I immediately was able to recognize, okay, I know what she's about. I know what she's asking. Let me remind her that she should say it. Boom, done. It ends with a nice hug and me feeling all over her and getting, doing what guys do and having a nice laugh and me going to my next meeting. Which I'm going to tell you in full transparency, 15 years ago would not have ended that way. It would have been me looking at her like, well, you ain't, you saw me, I was rubbing on you, ain't even try to give me none, and we'd have been fussing and fighting. They ruined because the bond wasn't there. This is what I've been saying. I didn't overlook what you said. This is what I've been saying. Here's the thing. Both of you, let me be clear. Both of you are saying something. I need you to start saying it to each other and start listening and start being intentional about creating the bond.